explain how to meditate. Meditation is a type of training that the Buddhists are very familiar with. In the Buddhist tradition, since Buddha time, Buddha and many of his disciples, they have excelled in meditation. Because, first of all, we explain what is the purpose. Meditation, it leads to calmness in our mind. Because when we are not meditating, our minds engage with the eye, with the ear, with the nose, tongue, body and mind, and we are everywhere. So when you meditate, you sit down cross-legged and you focus on the in front of our face. This is mentioned in the Mahasatipatthana Sutta. Buddha say you focus in front of you. So when you sit cross-legged and close your eye and you focus in front of your face, and when you focus there, you will notice the breathings in and out breathings are going on right there. So we then focus on the breathing and using the breathing as an object of meditation. Now, the techniques here is to focus the breathing, but many people do not know how to do it. So when you are trying to follow the breathing, so that means you are using the touch sensation. The touch sensation is from the nose, where the nose contact the air. So the nose contact the air, we can feel the air coming in through the nose and also feel the air coming out also through the nose. So then again, when you say focus on the nose, which part of the nose? So we have to focus where the entrance is, right at the entrance of the nose. Why is this very important? Because you do not have to follow the air into your air pipe and also into your lung. That is going too far. We only focus at the tip of the nose, where the nose contact the air. So you just sit quietly. Either you can sit like what I'm doing now. You can sit on the chair or you can sit cross-legged, but preferably you have to sit with your body upright, in the upright position. And then you have to sit relaxed. Your body must not let your shoulder propped up. You let the shoulder come down naturally and in a relaxed manner. Then when you are able to do that, you are in a relaxed posture, and then you direct your mind to where the tip of the nose is, and then you focus on the movement of the air coming in and out, and there is sensation there. The sensation is the nose touching the air. You can try a little bit and you will know what I mean. Now because it's winter time here, the air is quite cool and our room temperature is around, I think, maybe 4 14 or 15 degrees. So you can feel the temperature of the air is rather cool. So the in-breathing, you can feel the cold air coming in. But the out-breathing is normal. You feel normal because that is your body temperature, which is 37 degrees Celsius. So we can feel the incoming air very clearly because it's cold. But the out-breathing air, we can also feel it, but it's our body temperature. So you just focus on the breathing. When you do this, this is called meditation. Meditation leads to calmness. Calmness leads to wisdom. Okay, so they are all linked together. They have interrelated. Because when the mind is not calm, the mind is everywhere. So you will not be able to develop your investigative skill. We need to investigate. What do we investigate? We need to investigate about ourselves. We need to investigate about who am I. Then when you investigate who am I, you will notice what Buddha has taught us about the 5 aggregate, khandha, panja khandha. The 5 aggregate, and it consists of the rupa, which is the body, and then the vedana, which is the feeling, and then the sanya, which is the perception, and then the sankhara, which is our karmic volition or karmic activity. And the last one is vijnanam, which is our consciousness. So, one by one, this 5 aggregate is divided into 2 groups. First group is the material, which is the form. Second group, which is the other 4, feeling, perception, mental formation, and karmic formation, and consciousness. These are known as the mental aspect of us. So then when we meditate, in meditative state, our mind becomes calm. When the mind becomes calm, but actually the mind is not calm, because there are many things going on in our mind. Then we will experience thoughts coming to us, picture, memory of certain things, certain events, certain people, certain places will come to our mind. Then we will recall this from our life experience. Then we know we have been to this, we have been to that, we have been to this event, we have been to that event, etc. They will come like a string of this event coming through the mind. Then you can see one by one, similar like you are seeing a movie like that. Then you can notice each and every experience that we've been through, they are all past. But sometimes we can project future. We might think about something in future. And we might project certain place, certain time, maybe next month or maybe next week, whatever. Then we might project event that we are going to attend. Then we might visualize ourselves in certain place, meeting certain people. But again, there are also segments of all these different events. They just come and go. So with the calmness of mind, we see this thing that's going on in our mind. We notice the characteristics of this. We notice that they are impermanence, which is in Pali called anicca. So the purpose of meditation is twofold. First, we try to attain calmness. That's paramount, because if the mind is not calm, you cannot meditate, you cannot investigate. And the second purpose of meditation is to direct that calm mind to investigate, to see that form is impermanent, feeling is impermanent, and perception is impermanent. Karmic volition or karmic formations are impermanent, and also consciousness are impermanent. That's the purpose. This is the ultimate purpose of meditation. When a person meditates well, the person can enter into jhana. If the person has overcome the obstacle, there are 5 different types of obstacles. These obstacles are when their desire arises in the mind. We want to this, we want that, we want to eat this one, we want to hear that song, we want to go and see this movie. These are all called desire. And then there's the first type of obstacle. The second type of, the Pali word, this is called obstructions, okay? They call nivarana. So the second type is we dislike certain things or certain people. Then event or person that come to the mind, we start to think of this person, think of this event, then we have very strong dislike about them. So this is called aversion or vyapada. So that means this is also obstacle. That means it interferes with your meditation. And the third type is the mind become very choppy. It just change from one event to another non-stop. This is another type of obstacle. Okay, this obstacle is the mind is very restless. That's another type. And then the next type is sleepiness. When you meditate, you go to sleep. And this is the most common one. Happen to everyone. Then this meditation things like this happen to us, we need to deal with them, because these are interference to our meditation. So sleepiness is to deal with it, is to get up and go to sleep, go to wash the face, and go and do walking meditation. To deal with desire, you think of impurity of the body. The body made of 32 parts. You look at them and you deal with it. Then you will stop your desire. The aversion in the mind, we cultivate the loving kindness meditation to deal with it. And when the mind is restless, you have to focus on anapanasati, which is breathing meditation. That is to deal with the restlessness of the mind. And the last obstacle is doubt. Okay, vicikicca, Pali word. Doubt. Doubt means you have doubt about everything. You have doubt about Buddha. You have doubt about the Buddha's teaching. You have doubt about the people who have trained themselves, who have attained. That means the holy monk, the monk who have attained certain fruits, path and the fruits. So we have doubt about that. When the person had doubt about it, then the person would stop there and he or she wouldn't advance, wouldn't go forward. So when the person has overcome the 5 obstacles, the person will lead to mental calmness. And the mental calmness comes in 4 stages. That is, first jhana, second jhana, third jhana, and fourth jhana. And they are in stages, leading into absolute calmness. When the person will experience meditational inner meditation purity, right? So the first jhana consists of two factors. First factor is apply your attention on the object. That means breathing here. And second quality is to sustain your focus, your attention on the object, which is you continue focus your mind on the breathing. First, you look for your mind is restless, so from time to time you have to bring your mind back. That is called vitakka. Pali word is vitakka. That means you're looking for it and trying to make yourself steady. And the second one is you already steady, you can focus on it. That is called vichara. Vit means to separate from restlessness. Chara means working on it. Vittaka means you look, taka is looking, searching for it. Vit means separate, taka means searching for it. So vittaka is the first stage, and the vichara is the second stage, and then the person attain first jhana. When the person has these two quality. Then the second jhana is when you already have the first vittaka and vichara, then you go into the second stage, then you feel you have succeeded. Then you feel joy, happiness. You feel elated, like that. That is called piti. In Pali word is called piti. Piti means you feel happy. You feel you have succeeded in overcome restlessness and doubt and desire and hatred. Then you become calm. That's the second stage of meditation. All this is called samantha. Samantha means calmness of the mind. So when you reach second stage, the person knows. He doesn't need other people to tell him or to tell her. The person who meditate, he or she will know. And then after this one, you reach the third jhana. Third jhana means sukha. There is elements of sukha. Sukha means you feel very, very joyous, very, very happy. The whole body, every pore is experiencing happiness. And that kind of joy and happiness cannot be described. It's very, very happy. So, and when the person reaches that stage, my method of teaching people to get there is to use loving kindness meditation. Because when you develop loving kindness meditation, you first of all, you start off with loving yourself. And then secondly, you love other people. People who are near to you, who are friendly to you or normal, or who are not friendly to you. So you love all the other people, including people who are not friendly to you. Then finally, the third type of beings is you love all the sentient beings. First of all, love yourself. Second, you love others. And the third one, you love all the sentient beings. When the person is able to extend his loving kindness to all the sentient beings, the person can feel in the mind, it can feel spreading, 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 spreading. The love from his heart is spreading. And his spreading is similar like spreading, like when you put a drop of ink into the water like that. If you drop a drop of ink into the water, you can see the ink is spreading through the water. That's how it is. Slowly you can feel the loving kindness. The loving kindness is spreading throughout your sphere of consciousness. Then eventually the loving kindness goes away, go out. And then spreading everywhere. So that is you will reach third jhana. Finally, when the loving kindness is everywhere and throughout the sphere of consciousness, and that is third jhana. That means you reach third jhana. That's the quickest way to reach third jhana. To use your anapanasati breathing meditation to reach the third jhana is very slow, take a long time. So therefore, normally I ask people to practice loving kindness. Then you will reach third jhana. Then you will have joy within your heart. Sukha. The sukha is very, very happy. You cannot describe the happiness. But last one is the fourth jhana. Fourth jhana is very, very difficult to reach. Not many people can reach there. I have been teaching in Malaysia and Australia and also China. So far, so many people I have taught and I have discussed with, there are only a handful of people reach fourth jhana. Really, very, very little. I think less than, so far I have met people who reach fourth jhana maybe less than 10. So it's extremely difficult to reach the fourth jhana. Can you somebody close the door please to stop the interference from there? So, okay, then when you reach fourth jhana, fourth jhana is you, first of all you experience, just like just how when I explained the ink drop into the water, you spreading, 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 until then when you finally reach the extreme, you lost the body disappears. That is, you keep on feeling breathing, breathing, breathing. Eventually the breathing disappears. You cannot feel the breathing. When the breathing disappears, you reach extreme joy because you free yourself from the body. Our mind free ourselves from the body. We are actually trapped in our body normally. In ordinary activities, we are always trapped ourselves in the body. And because we trap ourselves in the body, we are limited. But when you free yourself from the body, you become boundless. Your mind becomes boundless. Your mind can go everywhere. Then the mind becomes free. But that is not fourth jhana. Fourth jhana is the mind becomes focused. The mind becomes samadhi. Samadhi means the mind becomes focused. When the mind is becoming focused, the mind is not thinking. The mind becomes free. The mind becomes not thinking. But the mind is aware of everything. So it is very, very hard to describe. You need to experience it yourself, then you will know it. And then not only the mind is free of everything, the mind is not thinking, and then the mind is very, very brilliant. It's very, very bright. Our own mind become very, very bright. But that is not nibbana though. That is only the state of fourth jhana, when the mind becomes focused. And now, when the person is able to reach that, the person will instantly attain abhinya. Abhinya means clairvoyance. Clairvoyance means the person can attain supernatural vision, supernatural hearing, etc. Even can know other people's, what happened to other people, can see the deva in the heaven, things like that, and even can know his own past life. That's called abhinya. So that is why I say very hard. You need to train very, very well. You need to be very exert your energy and your effort into practicing. Then you can reach the fourth jhana. But the meditation, the purpose of meditation is not about this. The purpose of meditation is when the calmness, when the mind reach that calmness, you come out. you come out, is not, the purpose is not to know your past life. You come out is to investigate about who you are. You look at your body, then you will see the body in 32 parts. Then instantly you will know the body is not you. That is provided if you reach 4th jhana. If you don't reach 4th jhana, you have no way to know the body is not you. Then next, you will investigate about feeling, perception, mental volition, or mental formation, and consciousness. You will also come to the conclusion that the mind is also not me. Instantly, you will know it. But that's all provided when a person reaches 4th jhana. But if you do not reach 4th jhana, let's say you only attain 1st jhana, 2nd jhana, or 3rd jhana, then you have to do additional investigation. You have to do more investigation until finally you are able to see yourself with the wisdom eye. It's not the ordinary eye, it's the wisdom eye. That means through investigation you arrive at conclusion that Buddha's Dharma is the truth. That's called the wisdom's eye. Wisdom eye will see that the body is impermanent. The body is not self. And that the feeling is impermanent. Feeling is not self. And that the perception is impermanent. Perception is not self. And then also see that the mental volition, the mental formation is impermanent. And it is not self. Not myself. And then finally, you will see that consciousness is impermanent and that the consciousness is not self. So that's the purpose of meditation. But then you cannot achieve that in one meditation. You have to achieve it over time, all the time. Every day you have to do it. Which is why those people who attain, those monks or those serious practitioners, they are able to attain because they are attaining it through persistent effort. They do it every day, morning, evening, before sleep, they do it every day. Those who are people who are experienced, they sit down, within a few minutes they are there. They are into that stage. And then they are investigating already. They are investigating about the body and about his or her daily experience. Because we would think that they are real, but they are not real. They are all similar like, Buddha says, similar like lightning, similar like dew, morning dew, and soon they disappear. Okay? Similar like mirage. We see, similar like what we see in the desert, we see a city, but then when you get near, there is no city. In the desert you might see a green oasis, but then when you get there, there is no oasis. Only sand. So that's called a mirage. So whatever form, feeling, perception, mental formation and consciousness, Buddha described them as like that. They are impermanence. They are impermanence. Therefore Buddha used different simile to describe them, to let us know. But then if you think it's like that, accepting what Buddha's teaching is not good enough. You need to investigate, and then you yourself must acquire the Dharma are yourself. Then you can see the truth in Buddha's teaching. If you don't do it, then you will just stay as an ordinary being for life after life. And you will just, like what other people are doing, life after life. You're aimlessly chasing after the mirage, chasing after the useless phenomena, which is no use because you will only can accumulate more and more negative karma, and you will then sink in the samsara. And which is why many beings are reborn in the ghost realm, animal, or into the hell. Very few come back as human beings. Even fewer go to the heaven, go to the Deva world. Even fewer go to the Rupa world or Arupa world. Those are the world that is exclusively for the people who meditate. those who meditate when they die, if they reach first jhana, let's say in this life, they die, they didn't attain, they will go to the Rupa world. And then when they're up there a little while, they will feel very lonely, then they come back again to the human world. That's how it is. That's how normally people are doing. Because up there there's no teaching, no monks around. Nobody teach these sort of things. Which is why we need to be born in the human world. Because human world, they are Buddha's teaching. There are monks around who have experience, is able to teach the Buddha's teaching. So meditation is very important, but then you need to do it yourself. So the teaching now is finished. Any question? Any question? The time is 31 minutes.
So, besides doing the meditations, what else is there anything else we should be doing to help
Besides
us?
meditation, first of all, you need to cultivate your sila. Sila means at minimum you have to cultivate 5 precepts. No killing, no stealing, no sexual misconduct, no lying, and no alcohol. That's ordinary. And then on top of that, on the Uposatha day, that means 1 month there, 6 days. On the 8th lunar month, on the 14th, 15th, on the 23rd, and on the last 2 days, you do 8 precepts. 8 precepts. 8 precepts means you observe just on the 5. The third one you change into no sexual activity. And then plus 3 more. No food after lunch, after minimum latest 1 o'clock. And then no music, no makeup. And then lastly, no sleeping on luxurious bed. That means you sleep on very ordinary bed, alone, single. So these are, when a person can do this 8 precepts, the person is equipped with the moral foundation to be able to attain arahantship, can become arahant. Even ordinary people. Although, of course, it's very few able to do that. Even Buddha time is very few can do that. Those most who attain arahants are monks or nuns. Lay people, very hard. Because why? Lay people, their mind is too scattered. They don't have time to meditate. That's why it's good to be monk or a nun. But those who devote their many time, many hours into meditation, they will get some way. They will get to some way. So you must do, first of all, you build up your foundation, which is your morality. Next is your meditation, and next, because of meditation, you are able to cultivate your wisdom. Wisdom, which is vipassana, that you are able to see and hear. Yeah. You are able to see and you can hear, and whatever you smell, then you investigate all these phenomena. You found they are all impermanent. Okay? Any more? All right. I think we stop here.